Welcome to World Bulletin. Tonight we bring you an in-depth look at a developing story that has captured the attention of the region and the world. The South China Sea, long a flashpoint for territorial disputes and international diplomacy, is once again at the center of global headlines. Our focus this evening is on a pivotal moment unfolding in these contested waters. Tensions have simmered for years, but recent events have brought the spotlight back to this vital maritime corridor where the interests of nations collide and the stakes are higher than ever. The Philippines has made a decisive move by reasserting its presence on Escoda Shoal, a small but strategically significant feature in the West Philippine Sea. This area, often overlooked on the map, has become a symbol of national pride and determination for many Filipinos. This latest deployment signals a notable shift in Manila's defense strategy. Escoda Shoal, which lies well within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, has been the site of repeated foreign incursions and tense standoffs. The government's renewed focus on this area reflects growing concerns over sovereignty and security. The return of Philippine forces is more than a military maneuver. It is a bold statement of sovereignty and a reaffirmation of the nation's rights over its waters. For countless Filipinos, the West Philippine Sea is not just a resource-rich expanse, but a living symbol of their heritage, livelihood, and national identity. The government's action comes in direct response to mounting public demand for a firmer stance in defending national interests. In the coming minutes, we'll explore the strategic importance of Escoda Shoal, the logistical challenges faced by the military, and the steps being taken to solidify their presence in these contested waters. We'll also analyze the international reactions that have followed, including statements from the United States, China, and other regional players. The situation is complex and fast-moving, with diplomatic, economic, and security implications that could shape the future of the Indo-Pacific region. The world is watching closely as events unfold. Stay with us as we unpack this critical story, providing you with expert analysis, on-the-ground reports, and the latest updates on the evolving situation in the West Philippine Sea. This is World Bulletin, and the story continues. Escoda Shoal, a submerged atoll in the heart of the West Philippine Sea, stands as a silent sentinel beneath the waves. Though it never breaks the surface, its presence is unmistakable, shaping the currents and the lives of those who depend on these waters. This shoal is crucial within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, a maritime area recognized internationally as under Philippine jurisdiction. Its strategic location places it at the crossroads of regional interests, making it a focal point for both economic activity and national security. For generations, Escoda Shoal has been a traditional fishing ground, providing sustenance and livelihood for countless local communities. The rich marine biodiversity here supports not just fishermen but entire families and villages who rely on the sea's bounty for their daily needs. Strategically, Escoda Shoal serves as a gateway to valuable resources like oil and natural gas. Its seabed holds untapped reserves that are vital for the country's energy security and economic growth, drawing the attention of both local and foreign interests. Control over this area means significant surveillance advantages, allowing the Philippines to monitor maritime activity, protect its resources, and respond swiftly to any threats or illegal incursions. The ecological health of Escoda Shoal is crucial for the entire region's marine life. Its vibrant coral reefs act as nurseries for fish and other sea creatures, supporting a delicate balance that sustains the broader ecosystem of the West Philippine Sea. As a custodian of these waters, the Philippines takes on the responsibility of protecting this natural treasure. Through vigilant patrols and conservation efforts, the nation safeguards both its heritage and the future of its marine resources. Legally, the 2016 Arbitral Tribunal ruling under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea supports the Philippines' claim to Escoda Shoal. This landmark decision affirms the country's rights and rejects excessive claims by other nations. Escoda Shoal lies well within the Philippines' maritime rights, though it is not a sovereign territory in itself. Its status is clear under international law, reinforcing the nation's stewardship over these waters. Each return to Escoda Shoal by Philippine authorities is a reaffirmation of international law and a stand against defiance. It signals the country's unwavering commitment to uphold its rights, protect its people, and preserve the legacy of its seas for generations to come. Tensions in the West Philippine Sea have been escalating. Tensions in the West Philippine Sea have been escalating. Tensions in the West Philippine Sea have been escalating. Chinese vessels have harassed Philippine supply missions and fishermen. These actions aimed to establish control over the sea. The tipping point was provocations at Escoda Shoal. The return to Escoda signals a stand against intimidation. The return to Escoda Shoal is about more than just a territorial dispute. It's a powerful statement of sovereignty and a response to strategic necessity. For the Philippines, Escoda Shoal is not just a remote outpost in the West Philippine Sea. It is a symbol of national pride and a front line in the ongoing struggle to protect its maritime boundaries. The decision to return was not made lightly, but was driven by a deep sense of duty to defend what is rightfully theirs. The government faced mounting pressure from its citizens who demanded action beyond diplomatic protests. Across the country, Filipinos rallied, waving flags and calling for a stronger stance. The public's outcry made it clear, symbolic gestures were no longer enough. The people wanted concrete steps to safeguard their future and their nation's dignity. National security concerns loomed large, especially with reports of foreign military facilities potentially being established nearby. The risk of losing control over these waters was real, and the military knew that vigilance was essential. Every radar sweep and patrol was a reminder of the stakes involved. Economically, the West Philippine Sea is a lifeline for millions. Its rich fishing grounds and natural resources sustain coastal communities and fuel local economies. For many Filipino families, these waters mean food on the table and hope for the next generation. The return to Escoda Shoal is about protecting these vital interests and asserting the Philippines' sovereign rights. It's a message to the world that the nation will not back down when its future is at stake. Upholding international law remains a guiding principle for Manila. The Philippines has consistently sought peaceful solutions, relying on legal frameworks to support its claims and actions. The landmark 2016 Arbitral Tribunal victory was a historic moment, but legal wins require enforcement to have real impact. The challenge now is to turn that legal recognition into tangible results on the ground. The return to Escoda Shoal is a crucial step in translating legal victories into reality. It demonstrates the Philippines' resolve to defend its rights and implement international rulings. Manila stands firm in defending its territory and championing international law, setting an example for other nations facing similar challenges. By taking this stand, the Philippines not only protects its own interests, but also supports a stable and rules-based global order, encouraging peaceful resolution of disputes worldwide. In the face of overwhelming military might, the Philippines asserts its rights with courage and determination, showing the world that even smaller nations can stand up for justice and sovereignty. The return to Escoda Shoal is a strategic, multifaceted approach, combining military, scientific, and diplomatic efforts. The Coast Guard maintains a rotating presence, consistently asserting control and vigilance over the area. The Navy conducts regular patrols, deterring aggression and ensuring maritime security. A semi-permanent outpost boldly symbolizes Philippine sovereignty and determination. Marine scientists conduct vital research, further reinforcing control and presence. Diplomatically, Manila documents and widely publicizes Chinese harassment to the international community. This cohesive, multi-layered strategy defends Escoda Shoal and steadfastly upholds Philippine sovereignty. The move at Escoda Shoal has sparked global reactions. The U.S. supports the Philippines, reaffirming defense commitments. China condemns the action, claiming sovereignty. Japan and Australia back Manila's adherence to international law. ASEAN's response is cautious, calling for restraint. European powers support the Philippines' legal stance. International backing isolates China's position. The dispute is framed as a global concern. The stand at Escoda Shoal shifts regional security dynamics. It's a front line in the Indo-Pacific influence contest. The standoff tests regional strategies and alliances. Success for the Philippines could inspire others. Failure might deter resistance to larger powers. Security alignments are hardening with increased cooperation. The West Philippine Sea is a theater for strategic competition. The future involves tense coexistence at Escoda Shoal. The world watches if this assertion of sovereignty marks a turning point. The stability of a crucial waterway hangs in the balance.